over rebounding. Yeah, so Nice. And we're doing lighthouse now. The only benefit of acid reflux is that my voice sounds slightly deeper. And I mean slightly. I think my mother might like this game, honestly. She is somewhat fond of puzzle games. I think she was the one to get me into the Professor Layton series, and I'm still mad that it basically fell off as the series went on, you know? The only reason that I was able to complete Lost Future was because I had to look stuff up on the wiki, like the solutions to puzzles and such. I don't mind spoilers, you know? And I think I actually completed Pandora's Box by myself. And I know the ending to Curious Village. Of course, these titles might not be familiar to American audiences because they have different titles in the US than they do in the UK. I think it's either Diabolical Box or Pandora's Box for the Pandora's Box game. I think Curious Village might be the same, unless it's Mysterious Village. And Lost Future ended up becoming Unwound Future. And one of the most striking differences in versions of the games is Luke's voice actor. Apparently, he sounds a lot more whiny in the American versions. I'm not sure if they got an actual kid to voice him in the American versions, though. I am actually kind of sad that basically there's been no game since Catriel Layton's one, since I do love that series. I might see about emulating it, since obviously you can't really play the series on the channel without a capture card, and capture cards are somewhat expensive if you've got 3DS or DS, especially since, you know, basically no new games are being produced for either console. And I do actually still have my old DSi, which has kitten pictures of Whiskey and Tabby on it. Tabby was Whiskey's little mate, and she died at some point. I do miss her. I can't really remember what she looks like. And that realisation actually came as a shock to me at one point. And it's something that I do still get somewhat upset over. But Apparently, she might have gotten clipped by a car because her legs looked fucked up. And this is why I don't really want the cats being let outside, you know? But my mother disagrees otherwise and says it's a natural way of things when if I bring up maybe keeping the cats inside now that they're getting older, thus more susceptible to poisons and like disease and such. I don't really want them getting fucking feline HIV and shit. Or bird flu. That shit can kill cats. Especially if it's been brought over here. And once it hits summer, I'm probably going to be really fucking anxious. Because I know Whiskey tends to go out and hunt birds. Zoe doesn't really do that very much. But, anyways, back to the topic. I really fucking miss the Professor Layton games. Like, after Catriona Layton and the Millionaire's Conspiracy, I think, there wasn't really much in the way of Professor Layton news. Probably because that game flopped as a result of misogyny or something. I think it was basically intended to be a soft reboot of the Professor Layton series with a female protagonist. And I am somewhat sad that it flopped, you know? Thankfully, I do still have people in my general friend group that are somewhat into the games as well. And I think the fandom's still active on Tumblr. Of course, you have the fucking weirdos that think it's okay to ship the Professor and Luke Triton together. Never mind the fact that Luke Triton is a fucking child for most of the series. I don't think it's funny that there's barely a minute of content of the Professor doing his fucking job of being a fucking teacher at Grassenheller University or something. Instead, he usually goes off on an adventure with fucking Scotland Yard. It's a fairly interesting game series. Oh, this seems to be a frog. Apparently, Framemaker's out. And I might grab a copy of that at some point, maybe when there's a sale going on. From what I've seen, it seems to be relatively similar to Rivals of Aether, but more towards built from the ground up for modding and such. It's with indie characters instead of the Rivals of Aether cast. I do sort of wish them's fighting Herds was moddable, but at the same time I understand why it's not. Because people would probably make stuff that breaks the fucking EULA and the copyright system. Since the original fighting is magic. Apparently got a cease and desist from Hasbro. That's what led to the development of them's fighting herds. I am very much into game development and such. Hell, I'm in a Discord server named Nuanced Gaming that has people that have worked on AAA games, AAA games. Froggy. Pet the frog, admire the frog, cherish the frog, forfeit all mortal possessions to the frog. You must. There we go. Frog. Froggy. Yeehaw. One time I saw a frog back when I was walking down the street to my mother's house. And it was kind of neat, but it also scared the crap out of me. That's because you don't expect to see a fucking frog that isn't anywhere humid on the fucking pavement. Why the fuck is it -4 degrees Celsius? It's fucking January. We're at the end of fucking January.